In a small mountain village, there lived a young man named Arjun, 26 years old, whose mind never stopped talking. Arjun was a kind, gentle man, but his thoughts gave him no rest. At night, when the village fell silent and the stars came out, his mind would still be racing. He would lie awake, replaying every conversation he had during the day. Did he say the wrong thing? Did his friend take it badly? Did the shopkeeper give him a strange look? On and on, his thoughts ran in circles. In the morning, he would worry about the day ahead. What if he failed at his work? What if his mother got sick? What if he could not find a wife? What if his life passed by and he had nothing to show for it? Arjun tried everything. He drank warm milk before sleeping. He read books on calmness. He went for long walks in the forest. Nothing worked. The moment his head touched the pillow, his mind began its noisy parade again. His friends told him, just stop thinking so much. But this only made him think more about why he was thinking so much. He felt tired all the time. His shoulders were always tense. He smiled less. He laughed less. One evening, sitting alone by the river, watching the water flow without effort, he looked up at the sky and asked, "Why can my mind not be like this water? Why can it not just flow?" The next morning, an old man walked into the village. He was thin, dressed in a simple gray robe with eyes that looked as if they had seen everything. The villagers said he was a monk from the monastery on the hill, a place few visited because the climb was long. Arjun ran to him. "Master," he said, "I have heard you can teach a man to calm his mind. Please, I will do anything. I cannot sleep. I cannot rest. My thoughts will not stop." The monk looked at him for a long moment. He did not speak. Then he reached into a small bag and took out a clear glass cup. He walked to the village well, drew up a bucket of water, and filled the cup to the very brim, so full that one drop more would have spilled. He held the cup out to Arjun. "Carry this," the monk said softly. "Walk from one end of the village to the other and back to me. Do not spill a single drop." Arjun looked at the cup. He looked at the long village street. He almost laughed. "Master, this is what will calm my mind?" "Try," the monk said. "Then we will talk." Arjun took the cup. His hands were steady, but the water trembled at the edge. He took his first careful step, then another. As he walked, something strange happened. Every part of his attention went to the cup, to the water at the rim, to his fingers, to his breath, to the soft rise and fall of his footsteps. The world around him, the dogs barking, the children playing, the women calling out from doorways, seemed to fade into a quiet hum. He could not afford to think about yesterday. He could not afford to worry about tomorrow. If he did, his hand would shake. The water would spill. So he stopped thinking. He just walked. He reached the end of the village. He turned around. He walked back. When he stood again before the monk, the cup was still full. Not one drop had been lost. But that is not what surprised Arjun. What surprised him was that for the first time in many years, his mind was completely silent. Not empty, just silent, like a still lake at dawn. He looked up at the monk, his eyes wide. The monk smiled, and he spoke one quiet sentence. "You see, my son, peace is not the absence of thoughts. Peace is what happens when you give your full attention to just one thing." If you are listening to this story and your mind has been loud for a long time, please understand something. You do not need to silence your mind. You only need to stop running after every thought. Pick one thing, your breath, the warmth of your tea, the face of someone you love, the words you are hearing right now, and give it your full attention. Just for a moment. Peace is waiting there. It has always been waiting. If this story spoke to you, please subscribe. It helps stories like this reach more people who need them. Take care of yourself, and good night.